Welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi When They Cry, the Chapter 1 version of the visual novel. Well, I guess. But yeah, aside of all the configurations, I kind of turned it down a bit. And there's also character sprites. The original, I think, is old school, which I saw in the Steam screenshots and the updated. But I don't know. God knows why. And I had to turn down the music because the previous videos I watched were kind of, my audio commentary was drowning out. So, anyway, let's continue reading. And today's really hot, so tonight I'm gonna upload them. But yeah. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rena and Ch.1. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time. See you tomorrow. Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Thanks for coming today, Keiichi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Then well, would you mind taking a little detour maybe? Maybe? A detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Rena, I quietly nodded. We got some nice water in the background. Oh, look at these nice backgrounds. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. And who the heck is Skyping me on this one? A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. Who the heck is chatting me on this one? Hold on. Anyways, let's see. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. Oof. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. Rena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here? Whoa, a new pile. There's my Skype going on. I can't wait. She bounded up the unstable slope. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey wait, I'm coming. Whoa. My city-raised self was completely pitiful. It's alright, just stay right there, Keiichi-kun. It won't take long. Rena kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall. Watch your step. I'm fine. This is nothing at all. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa! You surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad, my bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? Good question. I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask you who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad, my bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what, you're saying I'm the one... So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I want to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh, I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others. What? It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Huh. One of the arms. Well, this is disturbing. Hahaha, Keiichi-kun, sorry to keep you. You were waiting a while, I guess? I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Keiichi-kun. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Holy shit. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Keiichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder. It wasn't Reina's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Hold on a sec. There we go. Treasure trove. Oh yes, so listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. Oh wow. A Colonel Sanders doll? Hey Rena, are you a fan of KFC? Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of that fried chicken place. That life-size dummy? Yes, Colonel Sanders. How cute. I want to take it home. I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you just take it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lamppost over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Rena seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today. Oh, thank you. Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us. Keiichi-kun is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. Oh. Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey Rena, long ago did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details though. How? Just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something. I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that... So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry. Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomotaki-san said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Alright, what else have we got here? You have received new tips. The Maibara Mansion, the Dam Site Murder / Dismemberment, newspaper edition. Alright. So we have completed, I believe, the second chapter? I don't know. Hell if I want to remember. Oh shit. Save here just in case. Alright, let's view some new tips. And we'll read... Hold on. The Maibara Manor. So Kei-chan, you're not stinking rich? What is this all of a sudden? Did I come to school in a limo before? How much do you get for a monthly allowance? About $10. My, that's a rather plebeian amount. She's calling me a fucking pleb. Wow. Frickin' wow. It's a rather plebeian amount, my ass. His lunch is made up of normal stuff. He isn't rich. What are they talking about? To be asked out of nowhere how much I get and then told that's a plebeian amount. Sorry. Rena seemed to pick up on my dubious expression and started giggling. K-chan, your house, it's pretty big, yeah? So the architecture has people all around Hanamizawa calling it the Maibara Manor. And it sort of stands out. The Maibara Manor. Since the house is so big, everybody is gossiping, wondering exactly how rich you are. I see. Now I get it. Well, the frame of it is huge. I see how it could cause some misunderstandings. From my deduction, I wager they spent too much money on building the house, and that is why they are now broke. Being broke, how very, very unfortunate. Rika-chan took pity on me as she patted my head. I go from being treated like a millionaire to a beggar. Yeah, sorry for ruining your imagination, but we aren't millionaires or poor. We're the image of a normal average household. You can't call it normal with that huge house. The entranceway is all grand and the gate is large enough for a large truck to get through. That's not normal at all. They do say the bigger your house, the more prosperous you are. The reason the house is so big is because Dad's studio is in it too. There are a bunch of different workshops and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For those reasons, the family actually uses only a third of the house for day-to-day living. He planned it out so people and cars could come in to see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. By the way, the entranceway Mion is talking about is the one for the studio and is normally sealed off. The entranceway the Maibara family actually uses is a very plain and simple one. The interior is much different from how it looks on the outside. I'd really like a chance to explore Kei-chan's house, claiming not to be rich, but having a home like that. What could be hidden there? Hidden there? Nah. Maybe there's something cute and hidden. Oh. They probably had no money to purchase furniture, so it's filled with Spartan rooms. Spartan rooms. If there are carpeted rooms, I would love to try rolling around on the floor. Ah, that'd be great too. I want to roll around too. Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, sometime in the near future, it wouldn't be too bad to invite them all to my house. Dad is a sucker for the ladies, so he might even let them look around his studio. The cry of the Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. Ah, the good old summer. It's like hot as hell as well. Alright, so that tip is done. Alright, let's read the damn site. Murder/dismemberment. Newspaper edition. Holy shit, we're going deeper this time. From the June XX 1979 edition. The Shishibone City, Okinamiya Police Station, June XX, late at night. Suspects something were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender something has been added to wanted lists nationwide. I don't even know who they are. According to our sources, the 6 suspects were at the Hinamizawa Dam construction site work room on a something at 9 p.m. where they are suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site's overseer something as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. On the something at 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by the Shishibone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. whatever. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. I guess that's it for a couple of these tips. So I did read all of these tips. So, yeah, let's go and continue. Let's see what Chapter 3 has to offer. What the? Oh, we're in a school. Colonel Sanders. Ah, of course, that's right up to her alley. I understand her wanting to take home Sadoko and Rika-chan, but I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about that four-eyed geezer? What? What's wrong with the... Oh, man. Probably better to hear it from Rena, don't you think? She'll probably just say, because it's just so cute, though. Does Rena often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure? Every now and then she says she's going to have a look, but a girl her age rummaging around in garbage as well. If Rena enjoys it, then I think it's fine. What were they doing over there? Damn construction? It had been bugging me since yesterday, like an inch I couldn't scratch. Hahaha, it was cancelled a long time ago. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Hearing an ominous sound like fought come from Rika-chan's mouth startled me. That's right, it was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk into the reservoir, and we had no say in the matter. So I'm only able to be here because the protest succeeded. What's going on here? Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't keep you, did I? Did I? My deepest apologies, Keiichi-san. It took me a while to powder my nose. Sotoko, wait to use the can until you really have to go. It's a lot easier since it shoots right out. Eek! Eek, how dare you speak that way to a maiden of unparalleled beauty such as myself? Who was she calling a maiden? If Sotoko really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. Oh man. Now then, gentlemen, in accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. He, Keiichi Maibara-kun, wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you? Rena has no objection. Oh ho ho ho. I wonder if the likes of this peasant is up to the task. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. The peasant up to the task. Me and Sadoko both approve. The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. Sotoko is so... whatchamacallit? The snob. Approval. An unanimous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi Maibara-kun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along. You're so naive, Rena. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest. This was starting to sound a bit sketchy. So what kind of club was it? To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together. Rika-chan was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day, it seemed that depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner, or a penalty for the person who finished in last place. I'll make this clear right now, we aren't playing house here. You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it, alright? What's wrong with just having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy. The first rule of our society, aim only for first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed. Rule number 2 of our society, for that reason, you are obligated to make all possible efforts. The way Sadoko said it, it sounded like she was saying, use any means necessary. Of course, I will do my best too. I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best. I knew that they were trying to say, in a game where everybody's aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to just play just for fun. Alright, then I too will go all out. With that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation, my baptism into the club. A word of warning, Kei-chan. Oh my god, look at her smug on her face. Rena can get pretty nasty. This initiation looks like it's going to be rough. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. They have the games here at the school? Well, it's a club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Complicated games would put Kei-chan at a disadvantage. So today we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game, like Old Bachelor? Alright, let's do this. Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time the loser will be sentenced to having their face drawn on. What do you think? Whoa. It won't be oil-based paint, right? Right? Oil-based face painting with oil-based paint? That is perfect! Satoko cheered the idea on. I can't even... Old Bachelor, and there's like this screaming sound going on. I get this feeling I'm gonna get some screams going on. Cheer the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. It seemed like she was raring to go. If it's going to be like this, then I can't lose either. Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much the same as Old the Maid. There's only one difference. There's no Joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start, meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. I'll take out the card now. Rena took out one card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it'll be pretty obvious in the endgame. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to the one face down, all the while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. This deck is pretty worn out. No way. Can everyone tell by the scratches what the card on the table is? Remember, the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly. She said that no matter of factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear on each individual card. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. Oh my goodness. Answer sheet. Oh, so scary. Yet intense. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. That baseless confidence would soon be crushed. Kick. How about I tell you your hand starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. Ah! By the way, the Bachelor is the Jack of Diamonds. Gah! I can tell what they are even if you switch them around. I am out. I thought I was prepared, but for it to be this brutal, just overwhelming. Demons. You're all demons. Rena isn't a demon, are you? Sorry, Keiichi-kun. This is the 3 of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out. Wow. Not even a hint of mercy. Rena, even Rika-chan. These club activities weren't to be trifled with. An alumnus of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a death match on a deserted island, these guys would probably take it like fish to water. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins. Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points. There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard. I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new deck. It's fine. Kei-chan is a man after all. We can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right? It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think? A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncontainable frustration. It was Rika-chan's. Keep on fighting, yeah. Thanks to Rika-chan's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I could muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi Maibara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Rena said, each card has its own distant markings that made them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. Think about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory. Whoa! Great, Keiichi-kun, just like that! I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hands, or other cards, arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen. The one with the ripped corner should be the 5, and I'm out. I couldn't let any of those precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. Then it was my turn. Satoko fanned out her cards for me. You see, I want the 7. Is it this one? I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There was a bit of dismay in her expression. Like she doesn't want to take in that kind of expression. I won't let that momentary laugh slip by me. I know. It's this one. Got it. 7 of spades. Whoa. A cheer of ooh rang out. What is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to tell apart. It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. Can't hide it from me, K-chan. This mark means it's the two of diamonds. What? She was startled by her own misread. Of course everyone else was too. Whoa, it's rare that Mi-chan gets a card wrong. No. K-chan, could it be you? They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch, so I put a new one on it. Are you saying he disguised it as the two of diamonds? Oh, what an impressive show of wit. Keiichi landed a clean hit. Clap, clap, clap. That's great, Keiichi-kun. That was an incredible match, you know? Having defeated the Forerunner, Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. Wahahaha. That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who was at the top already and ensured victory. Even if K-chan gets first place this round, he'll still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that? Of course I do. Let's have a duel. One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it. One chance, you say? Let me hear the rules. Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, then shuffled the resulting hand behind her back. The card in my right or the card in my left. If K-chan can guess which hand the Joker's in, then he wins. When you turned around just now, you didn't pull out the Joker, did you? If you lose, I'll show the card in the other hand. That okay? The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. Alright, you've got it. Mion grasped 1 card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First, I needed to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was. Which one, I wonder, Keiichi-kun? Be careful. Yeah, of course, this is my chance for a big comeback. Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't one I hadn't seen before. Ah, that card is... I didn't let that bit from Satoko slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Satoko's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker. Oh, Kei-chan thinks it's the one on the right? Will you choose that one then? Will you? The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I shouldn't have been able to declare that the card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Satoko's reaction? More carefully. Ah! I remember now. That mark. The left card. No. The left card. No doubt about it. The 7 of clubs. It's the 7 of clubs, I see. I've won. The card on the left was the 7 of clubs. So that meant the card on the right was the Joker. And then, just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt, right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker. Huh? What could Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is... Shh. Oh, what makes you so certain that the right one isn't the Joker, Kei-chan? Mian let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right could be, but I know that the one on the left is the 7 of clubs. Then, doesn't that leave the right one as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right? Yeah, one of those is the Joker, right? Keiichi has good intuition. Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by... So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching it with Satoko's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from that sloppy pile, so that means Mian pocketed one of discarded cards, then aligned it over the left card, and that means... I see, I get it. This left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right? It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mian's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then, with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The Joker is the left one! It was an intense moment. That 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mian. Being the first president of this club, I've been witness to a variety of performances. Kei-chan, yours is the best. The best of the best of the best. That was probably the greatest compliment Mian could give. Mian accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory! Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my victory. Huh? Rika-chan is... Rena and Satoko gaped at us, as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Rena? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? This was fair and square. Rika only pet someone on the head to console them. Huh? What's the meaning of... At that moment, Rena let out a small shriek. Keiichi-kun! This is how it was? You know, Kei-chan, I thought you'd read into it that far. Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to conclusions like a little brat, then I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mian picked up the card from the losing hand. Kei-chan, you know, you should take pride in this loss. She turned it around. That was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable! It was the 2 of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. I, Mian Sonozaki, as the club president, do accept Keiichi Maibara's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Mian Sonozaki. and our exalted loser is Keiichi Maibara. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing. When Mi-chan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited, thinking she's going to do it again. When Keiichi-san stopped a moment before touching the correct card, I thought, he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily. Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got so excited so earnestly? Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all Damoons, you monsters! Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It would be a problem if you refused to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker, and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go. She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized. No! I let out my death throes. Ah, oh boy. What a way to end. Alright, so that was a fun one. So anyway, let's save here. Okay, let's see, close it there. Alright, I'm gonna end it here for now. So next part, let's continue more of the 3rd chapter. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys later. Have a good one.